everyone, this is Dr. Danakaram here, and I'm an internal medicine doctor. So today I'll be discussing about 10 things that you can do to keep yourself stay safe and protect your family from the coronavirus infection. And I'll try to make it short so you can get all that information in a short time. So the first thing would be to stay home if possible. Avoid unnecessary travel unless you're traveling for work or you're traveling to get your food or your daily supplies. If it's a event, a big office event, a sports event, or a marriage gathering or something like that, which you don't think is absolutely necessary, think about it twice before going and avoid it if possible. So staying home is the best protection against this virus. Second, if you have to travel, it is unavoidable, it's for work or it's for something really important, then definitely practice social distancing, trying to stay at least 2 to 3 meters away from people, and trying to practice that distance is definitely going to protect you from the virus. The third thing, of course, we are not able to practice social distancing all the time. So definitely wearing a mask, because this virus mostly enters from your eyes, nose, and mouth. So definitely wearing a mask to cover your nose and mouth will protect you. And if you don't have a mask, definitely taking like a handkerchief, which is like a square piece of cloth, and then just like bending it in the middle and then tying it around your nose and your mouth is also a protection. So even if you don't have access to a mask, definitely trying to wear something like that would definitely keep you at least protected. The other thing is eye protection. Just wearing a regular glass without any power would also help shield your eyes and protect you from getting the virus through your eyes. So that's the third thing, covering your eyes, nose, and mouth when you go outside. The fourth thing would be like when you go outside, always carry a hand sanitizer, like something like this. You can just put it in your pocket or your purse. And if you touch common surfaces, even if you don't, like every other hour or so, definitely sanitize your hands, especially between your fingers and things like that. If you don't have access to a hand sanitizer, you can make your own hand sanitizer with isopropyl alcohol and aloe vera gel. So you can take 2 parts of isopropyl alcohol, 1 part of aloe vera gel, mix it, and that's a good hand sanitizer which can kill 60% of bacteria and viruses. But this home DIY hand sanitizer are not approved by CDC or FDA. So definitely something that is approved, affordable, and cheap is soap. So if you can wash your hands with soap and water after touching common surfaces, that's definitely going to protect you. But of course, we're not able to wash our hands every time, so definitely having this hand sanitizer would help. That's the fourth thing. The fifth thing would be to keep an eye on your temperature. A normal body temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or around 37 degrees Celsius. But everyone's temperature varies, like the temperature can vary from 36 to 37.5 degrees Celsius and also 96 to 99 degree Fahrenheit. So always trying to keep an eye on your temperature so you know what your normal is, and if it's gone up, then definitely trying to talk to your doctor. So usually we call a temperature of 100.4 or above or 38 degrees Celsius as fever. But if your normal is say 97.0 Fahrenheit or 37.3 degrees Celsius, but today your temperature is 37.9 or your temperature is like 99.4, definitely that is a sign that you might have an infection somewhere going. Again, not all fevers are coronavirus, but definitely trying to touch base with a doctor would be a good idea. So investing in like a simple thermometer like this is something that you can do. And this is the mercury portion of the thermometer. So you can measure the temperature in your mouth or underneath your, in your axilla. So if you're keeping it in your mouth, just keep it underneath your tongue, like right there, and then leave it for a minute or so. And then most thermometers actually beep when they have measured your temperature, and then you can take a look. The other thing would be also to keep underneath your axilla and again leave it there for a minute or so. And the thermometers usually beep to tell you that they have measured your temperature, and then you take a look to see what your normal temperature is. So actually doing this before you go out and also when you come back will also give you like a idea of what your baseline temperature is, and to also know if you have a fever. So it's saying mine is around like 35.2, so that's like my normal, and to keep an eye on it every day if it's going up. So if you have kids, kids won't just sit with such a thermometer for a long time in their mouth or their axilla. So investing, actually it's beeping now, so that kind of tells that it has measured your temperature. Usually the thermometers beep. So kids won't sit for a long time, so investing in something like this, infrared thermometers, is also good. So these thermometers, they actually have like a light like this, and you just put it on your child's forehead, and then it kind of measures the temperature, and it's very instant, and your child doesn't have to sit in a place, so that's pretty useful. But this could be a little expensive, but this is something that everyone can afford. So investing in a good thermometer is also something that you can do, especially with this viral infection raging everywhere. So that's the fourth thing. The fifth thing would be, actually the temperature is a fifth thing, because we talked about staying home, social distancing, masking and eye protection, sanitizers and hand washing, and the fifth thing is actually your temperature. The sixth thing would be to try not to carry anything from outside inside. Like, let's say if you have a purse or something that you're taking outside for work, or when you're doing shopping, like buying your food, or when you're traveling, to just leave that purse in your car or your vehicle, or to leave it in a box or something in your home, so your kids or other people don't touch it and get the infection from that, is also a good strategy. And it's not only for your purses, it's also for like things like your shoes and things like that, which you can just leave it in a box. So though the virus can spread from infected surfaces, if you just let that infected surface sit for a while, the rate of infectivity goes down, meaning like the chance of some other family member getting the infection from that surface goes down. So definitely trying to keep it in a separate area of your home and then going inside would also be a good strategy to follow. The seventh thing would be to, when you go outside and come back, definitely shower and change your clothes. Definitely shower if possible. If you're not able to shower, at least change your clothes. So at least, like, even if you have virus anywhere in your clothes, definitely throwing that and changing into new clothes is not a bad idea. And in women, our hair is something that can get the infection, so having your hair tied is also a good strategy, so you don't have like flying hair, and if someone coughs on it, you don't carry the virus. And also, like, preferably showering is also a good idea as well. You can just wear a head cap also to prevent infection. The eighth one would be, as I said, the eyes, nose, and mouth are the common sites where this virus gets into our body. So definitely, like, just rinsing your eyes with cold water when you come back home, and also doing some salt water gargles, so you can clean your throat, like having like boiled water which is cold, and then putting some salt in it and just gargling will help clean your mouth and your throat, so this virus can get out. And also brushing your teeth is also a good idea. And regarding your nose, you can use like a nasal spray to just like spray in your nose to clean your nose. Or the other thing is, like, you can take like bottles like this with droppers and fill it with 250 ml of water. You can either use distilled water, or you can use regular water, which is boil, like nicely roll boil it and then cool it and then use it. But for cooling, don't add again like more cool water, because then the whole thing becomes dirty water. So you have to boil it and you have to let it sit and cool. So you have to plan before. So one thing you could do is, like, just take that distilled water and just like with a dropper, just put it on both your nostrils to clean your nostrils. Adding some soda bicarbonate into it and using that to clean your nose is also a good idea. But if you don't have access to that, just using like distilled water or boiled and cooled water. Sometimes you can also add like betadine concentrates into it to clean your nose as well. These are little things that you can do at home. Another thing is, like, if you don't have access to a dropper bottle, if you have kids, everyone will know this. This is like a snot sucker that you use in your kid's nose to take the like some snot out. So this is something, or even if you have a camera, it's like a lens blower type of thing. So you can just use some distilled water or warmed and cold water to clean your nose as well. That will help prevent, even if you had acquired the virus, it will help cleanse it. That's something we can do too. The ninth thing is appropriate food, sleep, and exercise. So making sure you eat a food rich in fruits, vegetables, and also rich in vitamin C and zinc will help keep your immunity at a high level, and also help you from prevent you from getting this infection. So eating food rich in fruits and vegetables, and also trying to avoid alcohol and like other like sodas and junk foods and chips and things like that will also keep your immunity at its best. um, some people say like you have to take supplements like vitamin C, zinc supplements, which is again not a bad idea. Also some vitamin D supplements, but I believe that getting it from your food is the best way. So vitamin C rich food are like tomatoes, oranges, carrots, any colored food like peppers, um, like anything with like orange, yellow, red color, those are all rich in vitamin C that you can take. Zinc is found in like wheat grains, pumpkin seeds, and those kind of things is rich in zinc. So you can just look up foods rich in zinc and vitamin C and try to eat this. Oranges are a good source of vitamin C, and try to eat those at least something every day to make sure that your vitamin C and zinc levels are good, and also your vitamin D. Turmeric is also a natural anti-inflammatory, so if you can have turmeric in your food, that is also something that will help boost your immunity and keep it at its peak. And as I said, adequate sleep, at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and trying to be stress-free are other things that keeps your immunity at its best. Last but not the least is good amount of exercise, like walking every day, at least 5 times a week for 30 minutes or longer. Or biking, or if you're not able to go out, even at your home, taking the stairs or walking around your home with practicing social distancing and masking would definitely keep your stress hormones under control, and will also let you stay safe and keep your immunity at its best, to prevent you from getting any viruses for this matter, and including coronavirus. So the 10th point is stay connected with family, be it through phones, video calls, or social distancing meets or something. Stay connected with your family, because this thing is not going to be done anytime soon. The coronavirus, it could be going on for 6 months. It could keep coming back every year, because it is a virus and it can keep changing. We don't have an effective treatment or vaccine as of now. So just understanding that and staying connected will help prevent mental fatigue, and will help prevent you to get to a point that you're so frustrated that you don't care even if you get the infection, that you just want to go out. So don't let your mind go to that point. Try to do little things that you can, so you can stay connected with your family and friends, and prevent your mind to going into what we are now calling the COVID fatigue, and try making you do like things that you might regret at a later stage if you were to develop this infection. So I'm going to quickly recap these 10 points. So one is like stay home and stay safe if possible, avoid unnecessary travel. Second thing, even if you have to go out, practice social distancing. Third thing, either way, if you cannot or can practice social distancing, always try to cover your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, so you can prevent acquiring the virus. Fourth thing, always carry a hand sanitizer in your pocket or your purse, so you can always keep your hands clean. We also talked about hand washing with soap and water if you don't have a hand sanitizer, or making your own hand sanitizer. The fifth one, to be invest in a thermometer so you can keep an eye on your temperature. Sixth one would be like to try avoid bringing things from outside inside, like covers from grocery shops, just leave it outside. Your purses, leave it outside, or have a dedicated box in which you just leave it, so other people are not touching those things that you took outside. The seventh thing would be like always shower, or at least change your clothes after coming back. Eighth thing is about washing your eyes and gargling with salt water to clean your mouth, and also using nasal rinse to rinse your nose. Ninth thing would be to keep your immunity at its best with appropriate food, good sleep, low stress, and adequate exercise. Last but not the least, staying connected to avoid COVID fatigue. So I totally understand that one cannot follow all of these, but at least following most of these and staying vigilant, that's the most important thing. Don't get lax. This threat is not over. Staying vigilant and staying responsible is going to protect everyone and their families from this COVID pandemic. Stay healthy, stay safe, take care, and thank you.